Tesla is still very much in trouble, and both investors and insiders in this company are pointing the finger at one man, Elon Musk. And that seems fair. Dude got all the credit when things were going well. Shouldn't he get the blame when things are going poorly? Particularly when it seems to be so perfectly timed with him entering the public eye and government service and making such a mess of it. And so they're trying to exert a little bit of control over him to save the company. Major pension fund leaders holding nearly 8 million Tesla shares are urging the board to make Elon Musk commit to at least 40 hours a week to the company, citing his distractions, including a recent political role, as a quote, cause for serious concern. They're calling for a clear succession plan and stronger leadership as Tesla faces its worst sales drop in years and a 36% stock plunge last quarter alone. So this is considered like crossing a major line. Oh my God, they're doing this. But think about what they're doing. They're saying the CEO should have to work 40 hours a week. Every one of us is expected to work at least 40 hours a week. Why is it that the guy who's given billions and billions and billions of dollars in bonuses is not held to the same standard that I was held to when I worked like campus catering at Fairfield University or whatever? Like as a waiter, a bartender, I worked more hours than this and I wasn't the CEO of nothing. And so let's end this thing where the richer people are, the lower expectations we have for them, particularly when he is so repeatedly and needlessly damaging the reputation and the value of this company. And so they're trying to check him a little bit. The criticism is not just coming from them. So a former Tesla general manager has now gone public saying the problem is demand, the problem is Elon. This is Matthew Labrat. He founded a group called Tesla Employees Against Elon. He said loyal customers began walking away when Musk's public behavior and politics shifted. His warning, it's game over unless he steps down. And so the thing is that Elon Musk has like the exact energy of I'd rather it go down than me step down. Elon Musk could just go pursue what one would think was his true passion in life, which is propositioning women on Twitter with cups of semen. He could spend all of his time on that. It could be a very well-funded endeavor. He doesn't have to be involved in any of these companies. And yet he wants to be, he wants that control, he wants that power. Here's a little bit more from what that former general manager says. We noticed customers, return customers, shying away from us a little bit. And that's when I started to see the things he was putting on Twitter and the political views he started to have. The people that he was choosing to support were the exact people we had been fighting against while trying to accelerate sustainable energy. And in terms of the numbers, we've talked about that a little bit, but let's update that. Global sales were down 13%. I've always been told in a capitalist economy, you want your sales to be going up quarter on quarter. European sales dropped 49%. Protests at showrooms and Model Y delays piled up. And so they actually started, I believe this was covered while I was out, they started doing actual discounts on Cybertrucks, which Tesla does not normally do. They don't normally cut the price, but they do need to in this particular case. And so, yeah, this is on him. Remember when the right like totally lost their mind because Target gave like a promotional Bud Light gave a promotional 6-pack to Dylan Mulvaney, and Dylan Mulvaney hasn't ever done anything wrong in her life, but she is trans, and that was all it took for the right to be done with Bud Light? That's a ridiculous reason to boycott a company, but I don't know, when the entire company's like vibe has been tied up with Elon Musk since the early years when he took over the company, and Musk repeatedly goes around the country punching people in the face for their identity, for their politics. Is it reasonable that at a certain point after years of that, people will start to look elsewhere? There are a lot of good cars out there. And the situation when it comes to choosing an EV is not what it was 5 years ago. There's a lot of competition, some of it much better priced, more updated. And so like Tesla needs to decide if they want to be a serious company or if they want to be one of Elon Musk's hobbies. If you're happy just being a hobby, then sure, your stock price will go down, your sales will go down, and that'll be fine. You'll still be relevant or whatever. But if you actually want to be the company you could be, maybe it's time to kick him out of the car.